the Super Bowl that the Chiefs Queendom fan base may want to forget forever. So let me give you a little context. This is what we call a good old-fashioned ass-whipping contest. The Chiefs got beat up front without any pressure, and Mahomes had flashbacks of Tom Brady, the real GOAT, and the Buccaneer front four from just a few years ago. Can you honestly, as Chiefs Queendom fans today, KCBD, and all you fucking Queendom fans, can you please honestly be real today? Can you sit up here today and tell me that if Mahomes was on any other team, he would have 3 rings after last night's performance? No, you can't. Or you just simply so embedded in fallacy and wear Stevie Wonder reading glasses that you can't fucking be truthful with yourself. He got rattled. He escaped the pocket. He couldn't hit simple hitch throws 8 yards away when the pocket was clean. But let's pump our brakes, people, because JB's a real one, and I got to be real. Because today will be all about the hate of the Chiefs Queendom due to the Swifties, Taylor Swift's hate, Kelsey hate, and all the winning that has been happening over the past few years. Andy Reid will be back, people. They're favored to win the Super Bowl in 26 already. The lines are out. He'll be back, and this team isn't done winning, in my opinion. Can they win another Super Bowl or 2? That may be the real question, but what do I know? I'm rocking this red for 2 reasons. The Chiefs Queendom fan base and my hub city Compton, baby, because that motherfucker killed it. Red, white, and blue. No naked broads running around. No gay weirdo shit. No kids exposed. Hood cat. Now, me and my homie that kind of been around Kendrick his whole life, Smitty got to meet him. We wasn't with the bell-bottom weird shit jeans. That's us. We wasn't. Smitty broke it down why, but me and my boy Scooter, shout out to Scoot, we wasn't with the bell-bottom jeans, tight jeans shit. Can't be hood and then been bell-bottoms. But anyway, Kendrick, we'll give you a pass because, you threw it up.
The jacket was clean. No, the jacket was fire.
Yeah, I didn't even peep the jacket. But all I know is the bell-bottoms, fuck with me. But look. It is what it is. I didn't really get to hear it. I just saw it. And you know what? You could, whatever out there. Everybody out there saying it was fire. Some people are like, I see Whitlock and a lot of people say it's the worst ever. I can't go that way today. I'm going to be with Smitty and the people today because I'm from Compton, Bompton as we call it. Kendrick represented. And as long as he went at fucking Drake, that's all I care about. Mention his name. Oh,
he looked in the camera and smiled when he said his name.
Fuck Canada. Fuck Toronto. Fuck Toronto and Canada. You motherfuckers are about to be our 51st state, motherfucker. Drake, you better recognize. And I heard there was a hit I heard there was a hit on the motherfucker, Smitty. If he performed Get Like Us or Not Like Us, if he performed Not Like Us, that there was a hit that he put out on him. I wish the motherfucker would. Toronto. You better stand up, motherfucker. Compton made you. Don't get it twisted. Compton made you. NWA made you, motherfuckers. Who the fuck do you have? Weekend? Get your motherfucking weirdo asses up out of here.
They got Drake. That's who they got, homie. That's their guy.
Compton in the house, Jay Earn. Compton in the house, Jay Earn.
Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
So, real shit, Smitty. So, let's take the Kendrick part out of it.
Yep.
Just excuse yourself. Like, try to just go straight down there. Was the halftime performance shitty? Because I didn't, me, I'm hosting, Smitty.
Yeah.
It was a bigger party than I expected, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I don't know. But, I spent about 2 mortgages on the motherfucker. All I know is I need to borrow something today. All I know is, was it shitty?
Nah, it was good. It was a really good performance. Like, take
and be neutral, be great for all these, the weirdos that are gonna hate it and all that. Be neutral. Without Kendrick,
I'm not even like a big Kendrick guy. I like him, but I'm actually prior to all this, like, take the beef and all that stuff out. I think Drake got better all around music than Kendrick did. I still believe that. So I'm not like a Kendrick guy, but the creativity with Samuel L. Jackson being involved, that caught me off guard. Having Serena there, Crip walking was dope. having the field. I saw a video breaking it down. The field and like the stage setup was like a game controller. You know, so they have the X, the triangle, the square, and the circle to kind of be like the actual PS5 controller. It was real like a gamified experience. They had the dancers. It was black as hell. They did a lot. And he actually threw out some of his older songs that I didn't think he was going to bring out. So I was like, okay, that caught me off guard too. So I thought he did a good job, and I love how he teased Not Like Us before finally getting tonight Not Like Us too. Looking in the camera, smiling, the performance was good. So I think it was a good performance for sure. Now I'm not gonna go as far as say it's like the top 5 because we didn't see some all-time great performances with Michael Jackson and Prince, Beyonce a couple years ago. I mean, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, of course. So the list goes on and on, but that was a Super Bowl performance, and I thought he did a good job. So
I think the hate is coming today from everyone that likes Drake. All you weirdo fucking Drake dick rider fan sexuals, I think is who's defending the fact that Kendrick was ass, the halftime party was ass, because y'all defend Drake. That's all the haters right now are fucking Drake dick riders, and they're talking about it's garbage. That's the number one hate, let's be honest. Just like the Kansas City Chiefs Queendom fan base right now, all the ones that hate the Chiefs are hating it because of the Swifties, the Kelseys, all the outside noise. They won't talk about the last 2 Super Bowls the Chiefs just won. I'm just keeping it real. You got to be honest. Winning is contagious. Unfortunately, so is losing. And that's just is what it is. You cats are always about the now. Always want the now. Always want what's now, what's happening now, blah, blah, blah. Now the Chiefs lose, and they're going to have premonitions of the Buccaneers front 4 from 4 years ago when they got to Mahomes with front 4 pressure. No, they didn't have to bring no added pressure. Played coverage. Mahomes struggled in the pocket. That is exactly what Fangio did last night. I mean, I don't think anybody expected it to be a blowout like that. Andy Reid being shut out through 3 almost quarters. But I think the hate is coming from all the other shit that social media shows you.
Right.
And that's what I think the Chiefs Queendom or the Chiefs fans right now and the ones that hate those fans are out here doing. That's not the Queen.
Out-coach Andy Reid.
Say it again.
Coach Fangio out-coached Andy Reid last night, and we got to say that. And I love Andy Reid, but if the Chiefs would have won, we would have been praising him as we should. But he got out-coached, and then vice versa. Say we won't. I know you were nervous all week long. Is Kellen Moore locked in? Is he focused? He's already hiring his staff for the Saints and all this and the third. Kellen Moore had a great offensive plan. He stuck to it. Even though Saquon didn't have a big game, he kept going to the run game because as a coach, you just have to run. You have to do it to make the defense stay honest, and you have to keep giving to the horse who got you there. And I thought he called a great game. I thought both coaches on the Eagles side, both coordinators, out-coached the coordinators on the Chiefs side. Point blank period.
Shout out to Vincent Conrad. He came over last night. Conrad, my bad. Vince came through the house last night. Got to meet Smitty. Shout out to OG Vince. Took the trip out here.
Him and Chris pulled up from the chat.
Him and Cheer Chris from the chat pulled up, as real ones do. Smitty, I got a twofold on this thing that you just said. Number one, the coordinators. Here's the thing. When coordinators are doing well, it comes to our conversation we got into a heated debate about last week. Let me fix this. About the GOAT needing to be the GOAT, right?
Yep.
Quarterback. Like, did you ever in your career or in your life that watched Super Bowls ever see Tom Brady have a game like that?
No, never.
Did you ever see Montana, if you ever look back? Have you ever seen Aikman? Have you ever seen Elway? Even though the stats weren't great. Right. Last year, I set up on this show and said Mahomes' 300 yards is cool. His first 300-yard Super Bowl. It's cool. But it wasn't great last year either. They were down 11 against the Niners. He really wasn't playing well. He hadn't played well in any of the 4 Super Bowls, in my opinion. last night showed when Andy Reid's play calling is getting schematically defended by Fangio and a front seven that is superior to the Chiefs' front five.
Yeah.
And running back and tight end. We'll get to Kelsey in a minute. When that happens, Smitty, the quarterback that is supposedly your GOAT needs to show you that he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
And not sit around panic-stricken looking like he just fucking lost his doggy and was running around, escaping the pocket early, didn't have to leave the pocket early, and did things that you just don't see in the regular season because guess what? The AFC West has been shit for the last 8 years. And just like Tom Brady, I'm trying to defend both sides here to be real on the realest show. Tom Brady, I said for years, benefited from having the shittiest conference in the AFC East for 20 years. But when they played big-time front sevens in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs, when Tom Brady would lose to a Colts Peyton Manning or Ben Roethlisberger Pittsburgh or somebody like that, who they didn't play in their normal AFC East shitty conference, they got exposed from time to time, even though they won all those Super Bowls. Still, when they played a superior front that can play coverage, that was Tom Brady's kryptonite. This is Mahomes' kryptonite, very similar. But Tom Brady never, even in a loss, looked like that. Mahomes threw for 450, 500 yards and lost. This did not look – this is who Mahomes is. And I'm the only one standing on that hill. I'll continue to do so. You can all call me whatever, but when I die, remember, ass up, face down, motherfuckers, with a Chiefs Queendom shirt on, and y'all will sit here and tell me, damn, if Mahomes really was on another team, would he do anything that he's done so far? That's all I want you to ask. That's all I want you motherfuckers to ask me, because I want to dive right into the poll question before the quote of the day.
Let's do it. Man,
that's right. Is the poll question, if Patrick Mahomes was on any other team, Smitty, would he still have 3 rings after last night's performance?
I gotta say no.
Be real. Keep it real.
I gotta say no, not 3 rings. Depending on where he landed, maybe 1. Depending if he landed on like a really good team, the Niners somehow over the last couple of years, or the Ravens when he's like powerhouse teams. But to say 3, nah, there's too many things have went in his favor over those 3 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these other teams are beating themselves. Like you just mentioned, I believe every single time he's been in the Super Bowl, he's been down. And whether it's because it's bad calls on the coordinator side from a Shanahan, or it's a referee's assisting, or just amazing coaching from Andy Reid and Spags, there's always been a lot of stuff that goes in his favor. Now, again, it's not his fault. That's what they're supposed to do. That's their job. But still, context matters. Last night, when things don't fall your way, when refs aren't really assisting you as much, when Andy Reid's offense is getting locked up, like you said, JB, we got to count on who? The $1 billion, $500 million contract quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, and he started getting hit, and he got shook. He got shook. Even times when he wasn't getting pressured, he wasn't getting hit. He was just rushing. So many times where him and Kelsey was not on the same page because Mahomes was getting the ball out way too quick and throwing it behind him and throwing it low. He was shook, and I get no quarterback likes pressure.
Put it in there.
Even Brady sometimes, when you got pressure on him, we see him not be exactly the same. We get all that, of course. But Mahomes looked like Caleb Williams last night. He was running all around the field, throwing the ball just sporadically anywhere. The 2 picks he threw was bad. One on being a pick 6 to the rookie. Shout out to Cooper DeJean, man. The white boy got a pick 6 on his birthday. Patrick Mahomes looked like Caleb Williams last night, man. I cannot see we had 3 rings being somewhere else.
Before we get speaking of what you just said, before we get to that, everyone that says he would have these rings are delusional. You're delusional.
Not 3.
I don't think he would have any. He
if
would be
on like the 49ers, for example, with Debo and Trent Williams. I think that's a team that I can see them getting 1 at least with that team. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy G.
But here's the thing, shout out to Cooper DeJean. Shout out to his birthday. He sent me this picture. It was on his birthday. Shout out, happy birthday.
Happening right now, homie.
It's happening right now, Cooper DeJean. Shout out to you. Happy birthday. Smitty.
It's a bad white boy.
Here's the issue. Let's be real. First of all, where did he get picked, when he got picked in the draft, and et cetera, has to fall perfect for quarterbacks in this history of football that have had success. And then we've had great quarterbacks that we thought were number one guys, all-time Hall of Famers, and ended up being busts because of the teams they were selected to. Right? All these first-rounders that have been busts. More busts in first round than any other position, obviously. And we can sit up here and question all this shit. I saw Patrick Mahomes play at Texas Tech, surrounded by a bunch of average Joes in a conference that was just better than them. And I saw it's Patrick Mahomes. We would see that Patrick Mahomes again. I don't know why people forget where he was drafted, when he was drafted, and then what has happened since he got drafted. After backing up Alex Smith, Mahomes sees something special in him, because you can be special and have some special fucking qualities, but you can also lack certain qualities that are in the GOAT conversation that we keep throwing out there. And I just have never seen it. I told you guys he had to win 3 in a row to even be in the conversation, which I still was kind of hesitant about, but I know I was going to take so much backlash from the fucking Twitter gurus and all the fucking fanboys that I had to say, all right, if they win 3 in a row, and I've given him his kudos. I said he plays through injury. I said he deals with a lot of off-the-field shit. He's got to deal with all these other issues. I give him a lot of credit. But it's still, to Smitty's point, 2 things can be true. He could very well be the most overrated quarterback in the history of the game. And he can also win Super Bowls in the very perfect scenario that he's in Kansas City with Andy Reid. 2 things can be true, unfortunately. That's just honest. He is fucking overrated as shit. My eyes work. I see a guy in the pocket when it is clean and rushes a hitch ball because the pocket wasn't clean the last 3 plays, and now he thinks it's not clean when it is, and then he rushes shit because he's gotten ghost in his head, and he thinks that he's going to get hit, and he's escaping the pocket all night long that he did, the pick in the end zone, the other pick. This is what he does. Go look at the history of Patrick Mahomes when he struggles. Does he not throw multiple picks in a game? And what was he? 10 for 20 for 80 yards and 2 picks at one point? But when I say it, I'm the hated one. I'm here for it. I want to keep being that guy. And I picked the Chiefs to three-peat. I picked the Chiefs to three-peat last night. I wanted them to win. Because you know why? The Eagles are the new Chiefs.
Explain that. Explain that, homie.
The Eagles fan base are the biggest fucking delusional weirdo fucks.
They wild, though.
Overtaking the Chiefs Queendom fan base. Those 2 fan bases last night, in my opinion, I would have loved to even just fucking drop a Kelsey bomb right over the motherfucking stadium. Both fan bases are the worst fan bases in the history of football. The history of football. The Eagles' weirdo-ass fan base. By the way, you Eagles fans, you're the fucking most weird-ass fucking hard-up, weird fucking shitbird fans. You were going to burn Philly down last night if you won. You were going to burn Philly down last night if you fucking lost. You fucking weirdo fans. Chiefs Queendom fans, you guys are just fucking a bunch of weirdos. You need all these different outside fucking, you need Swifties, Kelsey's porn mustache, fucking his brother to show up naked drinking a Bud Light. You need all this weird shit to go into effect for your fan base. The Eagles fan base, they get together, Smitty, before the, whether we lose or win, we're going to go fucking burn down the fucking Rocky statue. Like, these motherfuckers are weird, homie.
They're just wild, though. They OD.
There it is. So I could give a fuck less, but I the reason I'm saying that, Smitty, because the fucking Eagles are my new, what we call it, troll fan base. And really? I want all the Eagles. I want the Eagle hate now. And now I'm going after the Eagles.
Well, since we're talking about fan hate, I put out a tweet last night. I said the Chiefs dynasty is over. And I just left Twitter. I left X. Came back a couple hours later and looked at my shit. I don't know where it's at now. At that point in time that I saw it, it was almost like 100,000 like views at that point. And I was just scrolling through the comments. Man, they were pissed at me. They was calling me all types of bitches and hoes and clowns and this and that. And you stupid. And they were hurt by just saying the Chiefs dynasty is over. But I mean it. I mean it. I don't see this team, this current formation of the Chiefs winning another ring. They may go on a 10-year drought, a la Tom Brady. People forget the GOAT, Tom Brady, won what? First 3 rings, I believe, maybe 4. I think first 2 or 3 actually. And the Patriots went on a 10-year drought of not winning a ring. I think people forget. Then he came back and then won some more. So I'm not gonna say Mahomes will never get another ring. Period. I'm saying this team, as constructed, like this core of Chris Jones, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and Taylor Swift, Patrick Mahomes, like this Spags, like this core, I think it's a wrap. I don't see them winning another Super Bowl no more. I'm not gonna lie. Now, unless people been throwing out rumors of them getting Tyreek Hill and them picking up this, I just don't think. I think the Eagles showed us the formula of how to beat the Chiefs. Bring pressure internally with your front four on Mahomes, and he's going to panic. He's going to panic. That's what's going to happen.
Let me ask you. Let me interrupt you to ask you this. If Andy Reid, he said he's coming back next year. I'm glad he is. The football needs Andy Reid's. He's coming back. But when he retires, we're going to sit here and talk about the absolute bottom fell out of the Chiefs' Queendom, and Kansas City Chiefs will be the Kansas City Chiefs of old. You'll have a new AFC West champ every year. It will be the Chargers, whatever Pete Carroll could do with the Raiders, Denver, who knows. But they're clearly catching up. Even though it's crazy to say they only lost one real game. They tanked the last game. Who cares? They went on a run again in the playoffs, get to another Super Bowl. So it sounds asinine to sit here and bash the Chiefs. I'm not going to do that because they're fucking winning. I'm a coach, and I respect the game, and I know how hard it is to go win one game, a little less fucking 15 a year, and win the Super Bowl, okay? So I'm not going to ever disrespect the process that the Chiefs have gone through to be this where they are. But if I were to ask you, if Andy Reid disappears tomorrow and Mahomes obviously stays, he's only year 8, he's probably got another 8 in him, and they don't win again, and they look horrible again, are we not sitting here having the same conversation as the poll question right now? If Mahomes was on any other team, would he ever win a Super Bowl or have this many? No. And it's going to show you when Andy Reid retires. I'm just telling you, you guys always bring up the Eagles fact that he didn't win a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Context matters. The NFC East, the black and blue conference at that time mattered. By the way, every quarterback he's ever touched has gone from here to here. Every single one of them. Name one that hasn't. Andy Reid got Michael Vick a $100 million contract after jail. He got fucking AJ Philly to Pro Bowl status. He got fucking Chad Henne. He's coached these guys that have never missed a beat when they come in the game for Andy Reid. It's called coaching. It's called coaching. That's what he does. And listen, he beat the Eagles 2 years ago. I know he probably wanted to beat them again because he coached there. Didn't happen last night. Front four got to Mahomes. That's what the kryptonite of great quarterback play is. Play coverage, cloudy their judgment, and make them run around. That's what they did last night. So it is what it is, Smitty. I agree with you. It's going to be tough for the Chiefs with the salary cap and the way their roster's constructed, as good as it is for Andy Reid. Because you look around the Chiefs roster, and you can say, damn, the Niners roster is better. The Eagles roster is better. I can go all over the place, right? All these rosters that are better. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it fits Andy Reid. But O-line wise, they continue to lose big parts up front, and they really can't replace them when they do have to play an Eagles team like this, where they front four that's as good as the Eagles is, the best in football probably, where they don't have to bring pressure. And you try to run the ball or try to step up, and you run into a Jalen Carter who's blowing up your center, or Jordan Davis who's blowing up your center.
Or who was it? Melton. Everybody was eating on that D-line, man.
And I don't know what happened, Smitty, besides you being fuzzy right now and blurry. I don't know what happened.
At all.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the run game script, and I'm not going to question Andy and never will. He got away from the run. I thought too quickly, and it became a 7-on-7 tournament out there. And shout out to my girl, man, for showing up at the house. The owner, CEO, and operator of Pylon, the largest 7-on-7 passing tournament league in the world. They have over 200 teams. They go city to city. She's on her way to Chicago right now for a tournament after she came out here last night. Yeah. My main girl, Erica Jackson, known her a long time. Her and her friend came through, so shout out to them.
Shout out to both of them, man. Showing love, man. Just had a good time. Yeah, they did everything.
You gonna fix your camera or no?
What's wrong with my camera?
It's horrible.
No, it's not. I think it's on your side. My camera looks perfectly fine over here. Ask the chat.
Is it him or me?
It's you.
Yeah, it's you.
Chat. Myself is perfectly fine.
Chat says it's you. Chat says it's you.
No, it's not. I'm telling you that right now.
Hey, you know what's the crazy part? Erica Jackson, she knows because she'll sit here and we were sitting next to each other fucking around all night talking. Yeah. And she'll tell you straight up. She was talking to my buddy Eli. Shout out to my boy Eli. He's the head coach at Hamilton High School now in LA. She was telling him, like, JB hates 7-on-7. He hates what I do. Blah, blah, blah. That's a real one. She knows I hate that shit. She knows I hate 7-on-7. And that's the owner of the largest 7-on-7 fucking tournament. She knows I hate that shit. But you know what? Each his own. That's fucking still good for kids to get them out the hood. Bottom line, if you want to get them out the hood, go play some 7-on-7. I don't have no problem with that part of it. Like, that's part of it. Like, when we fold JUCOs and we fold high schools and we stop playing youth football in especially cities like LA and Chicago and New York, you fucking are throwing kids back out into the fucking, product of their environment. Mm-hmm. That's what you do. So 7-on-7, I have no issue with. I've even talked to her about other things that off the air, but to enhance what they do to make players be more battle tested when they get to the next level. 9-on-7, put some pads on the tackles and the DNs and make them give the QB a real rush. Shit would change the game. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day.